Alright, so here the problem at hand is to take this term and simplify it down into something that is just a fraction of some number over some other number with no exponents. Before we go and tackle that, I'd like to kind of remind you guys of a few simple properties that exponents have. So first, let's consider a times b to the n. Well, just knowing what exponent means, we just take a bunch of a times b's and we express them out n times. Well, I have a once, twice, thrice, up to n times. And then I have b once, twice, thrice, n times. Well, this is just a to the n, this is just b to the n, so there you go. I can just express a times b to the n as a to the n times b to the n. Similarly, what happens if I have a to the b to the c? If I have that, I got a to the b, a to the b, blah 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 c times. Well, what's this? I just multiply ab times, and then I multiply ab more times, then I multiply ab more times. So this will just work out to be a times b plus b plus b c times, or a to the b times c. So now I can reduce this to this, because they're the same thing. The argument works the same both ways. Alright, so now let's go back to our original problem. First, I use this property to divide this thing up. So I get minus 1 to the fourth, 3 to the fourth, over 4 to the fourth. A negative exponent is just 1 over the exponent. So I have minus 1 over 4 to the fourth. Minus 1 to the fourth is just minus 1 times itself 4 times, so it would be 1 squared, which is 1. So I can forget about it. And then I have common denominators. So we get 3 to the squared, right? I'm using this thing here. 4 is 2 times 2, so I can do that. I have a 1, and I have a 4 to the 2 to the 2, which is 9 squared minus 1 over 16 squared. Well, now, 9 squared is 81, so 9 squared minus 1 is 80. 16 squared is 639,061, 256. But I'm going to leave it as 16 times 16. So now, and here's why, because 80 over 256, it is the right answer, but it's kind of a goofy way of expressing things. If I wrote down like 6 over 112, well, that's 6 things out of 12 things, but wouldn't it make more sense to write 1/2? Well, let's do the same thing. So we have 80 is the same thing as 8 times 10. 256 is 16 times 16. 10, though, is the same thing as 2 times 5. And 8 times 2 is 16. Cancel, cancel. And we're left with 5/16, which is our answer. And so there you go.